Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber here. Welcome to the channel and today's Fall Classic Baseball replay. Game number 11 of the 1956 New York Yankee replay. And this is Fall Classic Baseball, and we're going to get this baby started right away as we got the Yankees visiting Boston. And we're going to see how things work out today for the Yankees. This was in real life, was Mickey Mantle's Triple Crown season, so we'll be following him closely to see how he does. And I'm using PC Replay Baseball to enter the data, the dice rolls, and the stats. As you can see for Boston in the field, they got Tom Brewer on the mound with Sammy White catching. Brewer had a fair bullpen session today. He's a B pitcher. And then they have Dick Gernert, Jimmy Pearsall, Jackie Jensen in the outfield. And at third is Billy Klaus, Don Budden at short, Billy Goodman at second, and Mickey Vernon at first. And leading off for the Yankees, the scooter, Phil Rizzuto. That's a 22. Phil hits the ball pretty hard. And let's see what we got. And it's a 5 on the, or 6 on the D6. So it's a base hit for the scooter right off the bat. Coming to the plate, Gil McDougall, one of my favorites back in the day. Hope everybody can see the cards nice today. And here we go with Gil with nobody out, one on. 53, here we go already on the 53s. This is going to be a range check. And this range check is going to be on the right fielder. Okay, that's Jackie Jensen, their right fielder. His range is an 11. The D20 is a 19, which means he's in the gap and he couldn't get to it. And it's going to be a double. We're going to have to check and see if Scooter is fast enough to get around to home on that. No, it went in the right field, and he's going to be held at 3. So we got a double. We got 2 guys on already to start the inning. Here comes Mickey. It's a 36, and 36 of Mickey's cards blank. So we go over to Brewer's B, 36. He is out of there. The D20 is a 20. So, and that's going to be a line out to the shortstop. Mickey hits it hard, but right at the shortstop. Brings up Yogi. '65. Yogi got a hold of that one. It's a 65. We're going to the pitcher's card. There's no minuses on it, although he's done hit many home runs. 1 through 6. I got to check the D20. The D20 is a 9, so that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a fly out the right again, and everybody's going to hold. Yeah, here comes Scouring. Yanks don't want to squander this early opportunity here. And Scouring, 53, another range check. This one's ranges we're going to be on the second baseman. And their second baseman's range is a 13. The D20 is a 7. He makes the play. 4-3, 3 outs. Okay, Don Larson coming to the mound for the Yankees today. And we'll set the defense for you for the Yankees. You can see out there we got Elton Howard playing left today. Mickey Mantle in center, Hank Bauer in right. Andy Carey at third base, Phil Rizzuto at short, McDougall at second, Bill Skowron at first, and Yogi's behind the plate. I hope this with Rizzuto playing, we're not going to have the many errors that Jerry Lumpy makes out there at shortstop. So here we go. Bottom of the second, or bottom of the first. What am I talking about? Billy Goodman at the plate. And it's a 13. And it's going to be an out, and that's a 9, so that's a fly out to a right. And Billy Klaus, the Billy Boy, leading off. Top of the order here for Boston today. That's a 41. And so 41 is a blank. We're going over here. Larson's a C today. 41. So he walks him. Larson don't want to be giving up too many walks to this team. They'll make him pay. Mickey Vernon. That's a 12. We got a 12, and he walks him on the 12. This is not looking good for Larson here, especially after the Yankees just blew an opportunity. Jackie Jensen. 34 is a blank. We're going over to his 34. It is an out. It's a ground ball to short. We're going to check what happens here with the runners on first and second. Okay, if we got a strong or an average arm at shortstop, it'll be a double play. Checking Rizzuto's arm for the Yankees. He's an average arm, so we're going 6-4-3, and they're getting out of the inning. Okay. We're back on the mound to face Hank Bauer here. Top of the second. I'll take you out after the third, then bring you back in while you're in the game so the video don't get too long. 54. This is the like the odd wild chart, odd plays. 54. And we got no runners on, so we got to check their chart. And refer to the D20, do not roll. It's a 3. So this is the center fielder. Now roll for the error rating on the center field. The center field is his error is a 3. We'll roll for the error rating. It's a 17. Let's see what this says. So now it's not an error. Okay. So if it's a 17, it's a strike 3 if the catcher's range is a G as he frames it. But ball 4 if the catcher's a B. Yogi is, let's see what Yogi is. Yogi is a G. He frames it, and it's a strike 3. It's a long way to get a strikeout around in these charts sometimes. But that 54 don't come up all that often. But the other ones, 51, 2, and 3 come up quite often. All right, here's Elton Howard getting a chance to play today in left field. But Elson turned out to be a pretty good catcher in his day, too. And it's a 12. And it's a 12 is going to be an out. And that's a 5, so it's a ground out to third, 5-3. Andy Carey. That's a 14, and that's going to be an out also, and that's a 6, so he's going to ground out the Budden, throws it over to Burden, and there, or the Vernon, and he is out of there, 6-3. Teams changed positions on the field here. It's Larson back out for the second inning. Face Dick Gernert. And that's a 62, which is 62 is a blank. We go over here to Larson's card on the C, and it's a strike. Come on, oh, got him looking. Jimmy Pearsall. This guy was a fun player to watch back in the day. Used to do some really nutty stuff on the field too, but he was fast and a good fielder and a fairly good hitter. Okay. 24. 24 is a hit by pitch if it's a 1. It's not a 1, so he's going to be out. Fly out to center. And Don Budden. 22. Budden gets a walk, draws a walk on that 22 down there. Larson can't get up through an inning without walking somebody here. Sammy White, the catcher. With 2 down. 36 is a blank. We're going over his 36 is an out. So 14, so that's going to be a ground out to second. McDougal over to Scourin, and the side's retired. Brewer back out. Top of the third. Both teams have threatened once, but nobody's got anything in. And here's Don Larson himself batting here, folks. 45. 45 is a blank. We're going over to the B. And it's a 45 is an out. It's a 12. What do we got? I forget what that 12 is all the time. That's a pop out to third. Silver Zudo. $35. It's going to be over to his B. 35 is a no. That's a 9. A fly out to right. Phil was after a long, very good career, became a radio broadcaster for the Yankees for many years. Here's Gil McDougall. Here's a 53. We got another range check going on here. We're checking the range on the center fielder. Their center fielder is Pearsall. I talked about him being pretty fast before. And we're getting over here. His range is an 11, and it's a 12. So he drops in. The single drops in right in front of him. He couldn't get to it. And Mickey. $24. That's not very good. Did he get hit by a pitch at 1 or 2? No, he didn't. So he's going to be out of there. Ground out to second. Got jammed and just hit a little dribbler out to second base. And here we go to the bottom of the third. Don Larson. I believe this was the season 1956 when he pitched the perfect game in the World Series. All right, Tom Brewer out of the plate for Boston here at the bottom of the third. 32. 32 is going to be an out. It's a 6, a ground out to short. And here comes Billy Goodman. $54. There's this wild number chart again. Okay. Do not re-roll. It's a 2, so this is the left fielder. Now re-roll it and check his. That's Elton Howard, the left fielder for the Yankees. His error is a 2. This is a problem, folks. No, it's a 10. He gets to it. Timeout. No, I was right. He got to it. So that's a fly out the left for the second out. And Billy Klaus. 34 and Klaus going over to the C. 34 isn't out, and it's a 19, so it's going to be a fly out to right. Okay, this is the bottom of the third. I'm going to take you out now for a while. I'll bring you back in. See you a bit. We got a picture of good game going on here. Welcome back. As you can see up there, we're going into the bottom of the sixth. And Boston's leading 4-2. In the top of the fourth, the Yankees managed to score 2 unearned runs to go up 2-0. Then in the bottom of the fourth, Jimmy Pearsall connected on a 2-run homer to tie it up. Then went to the bottom of the fifth, and wouldn't you know it, their pitcher, Tom Brewer, hit a 2-run homer after a guy got on with an error. So it's 4-2 right now. Don Drysdale just came out of the game. Mickey McDermott's in. He did get a B bullpen rating. So here we go. Ready to see what's going to. Can the Yankees come back? Can McDermott shut these guys down? 66. Got lost there for a second. 66, and Don Budden doubles down off the left center field wall. It brings up Sammy White. Sure, you can see the cards. Okay, 56. 56 going over to the B, and the 56 is a strikeout, big strikeout. Here's Brewer. be careful about him after especially he hit that home run and on a -5 too. 45 on that B is going to be an out. And it's a fly out to right. Let's see if the center and everybody's holding it. I'm using the D20 to determine and the quick outs chart to determine the out. In case anybody was wondering how I was doing that. Okay, and here we go with Billy Goodman. Every run important one. I'd like to get that guy in second. And he might have 22. There's a base hit. We're going to see if he scores on this hit. I got him to the chart. 5. And he scores if he's a faster and average runner. And that is Budden. And Budden is fast, so he's going to score. They tack on another one. Here comes Billy Klaus. $55. They're just hitting him hard. Let's see what the D20 is. It's an 11. We're going to go here, and it's a base hit. Is that runner going to go to third? We're going to check on that. No, he's on the second and hold up. That's another chart I look at for those quick hits chart. All right, here we go. 2 down. Come on, McDermott. Can you get these news out of here? 35 going over to 35 on that B is going to be an out. That's a fly out the left. 17. But they got one back. Or what? They got one more added on. Brewer still in the ball game. It looks like with his numbers there, the 7, he'll probably get an inning or 2 left in him. And here we go with Elton Howard leading off. 61 to the B is going to be a strikeout. For those who didn't play, may not have played this before, you roll the 61. If it's blank, you go over to hit the row his and check that, and it was a K, it was a B. Andy Carey. 23 for Andy. He's got a K. Struck him out. Ooh, we're getting tougher. Later we get it going here. And this is going to bring up Mickey McDermott. And we're going to be pausing for real quickly because we're going to be getting a pinch hitter. Okay. Eddie Robinson coming to the plate with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th for the Yankees. 21. 21 is going to be an out. That's a 4. That's a ground out to second. 4-3. And they are done. And that means we're going to have another new pitcher for the Yankees also. They're waiting as he comes in from the bullpen. Let's see what we got going here. Let's check Tom Morgan to see if he's relieved a lot. Yeah, he'll be coming in. Okay, Tom Morgan, let's check his bullpen. And it's a 12, which gives him a B also. But we need to check his stats, his range and arm in here. Okay. He's got a 20 error rating, so if there's ever a rating called on him, it's going to be an error. Okay, here we go. Jackie Jensen, bottom of the 7th. 56. 56 going over to the 56. It's a K. If it's a 1 through 14, it's a 16. So it's going to be a ground out to short. Gernert. 51, we're getting an error check here. Checking the third baseman's error rating. It's 9. The D20 is a 17, so it's not an error, so he makes it 5-3. Okay, and here is Jimmy Pearsall. 23. 23 hit by pitch. It's not a 1, it's a 20, so it's going to be a line out the first. Okay. Okay, so Morgan manages to hold them down there. Brewer back on the mound for the 8th. Okay, Rizzuto leading it up. 61 going over to that B, and the 61 is a K. Struck him out. Morgan, last 2 innings, been really tough. I mean, Brewer. McDougal. .33 hit the ball pretty hard. There's a base hit for Gill. All right, got the Mickey coming up. Been awful quiet this game. 34. That's not very good. 34. We're going over here to 34. It's going to be out. It's a 6. We're going to see if we're going to be turning a double play. The shortstop is weak. Let me see button shortstop waiting. Nope, it's average, and so we're going to be turning a 6-4-3 double play. So we're going to have enough gas in and try to get a complete game here. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Tom Morgan, you like these games? Go down there, hit that like button. Come leave me some remarks. Hit that like button. That really helps the channel grow when there's remarks and likes buttons and that. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and push it out into your social media channels. Let's give Fall Classic Baseball some more credit for how good a game it is. And here's Don Budden in the bottom of the 8th. 45. 45 over to the B is out. D20's a 9, so we've got to fly out to right. I'll be showing you some stats at the end of the game, the standings and so forth, and the leaders in the leagues. Okay, here's Sammy White. 32 on the B, and that's a double. Oh boy, Morgan can't catch a break here. Okay, they're going to let Brewer hit. They're going to let him try to get this complete game here. He's already hit a home run, so why not? 16, he struck him out. That's the bad part of letting him hit. And Billy Goodman. I think Billy's already driven in a run this game. We'll see when we see the box scores at the end. 22, there's another base hit for Goodman. The guy was a good hitter in real life also. Don't remember, but I think he might have won a batting title in his career. And here's Billy Klaus. 62, that's a good number, and that's going to be an out. It's a 2, and it's a fly out to center. All right, here we go to the top of the 9th. Can the Yankees muster anything against Brewer, who is probably a little tired right now? Gonna one more batter, then he'll be counting his tiredness down. All right, here we go. Yogi. 36. Go over to the B on the 36, and he is out of there, and it's a fly out to left. Bill Scourin. He's doing the B countdown now. Get tired. Scourin. 24. Not very good. What's the D? He's 2. He hit him. A hit batsman. Scourin's tough dude. He walks it off. Trainer says, starts to come out. He just waits. He says, don't you dare come out here and talk to me about getting hit. Bauer. That was the good old days when the tough guy. 35. 35. We're going over to the 35. That's going to be an out. That's a 12. It's a pop out to the third baseman. Okay, that's going to be 2. Elton Howard. Brewer is tired now. See that red B? He gets another runner on. We might have to replace him. 55. Uh-oh, 55. That's a single for Howard. I don't know if he wanted to try to go to third or not on this one. 9. He holds, but run with risk. No, ain't going to be running with risk. Too important. Okay, it's Andy Carey. That's a chance of Andy hitting one out of the park is slim. So let's let him have bat one more batter. Carey. Oh, 33. And the D20 is an 8. And that's a single. Is that run going to score from second? Okay, it's going to be an assist thing at the plate. So we have to look at the arm for the center fielder. It's a strong arm. It's got to roll a D6, and that's all. I might make a mistake here. It's got to be a 1 through 3 to be safe. And he is out at the plate. So we're going to go over here to detail. We're going to go single, then we're going to go 8, 2. Let's see if this works, and he's going to be home out. And that's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, another exciting finish. Why would you try to run on that? But that's what the chart said to do, so I did it. And injury report none. We see Tom Brewer's 1-0 now. Don Larson's 1-1. Tom Brewer's got the MVP for the game. Let's go over here to the box score and see what happened. And I'm going to turn this camera off here so that you can see the box scores and everything else. Okay, the Yankees. Gil McDougall had a nice day at the plate, 4 for 3, but didn't help a lot. Only RBI of the game was by Hank Bauer, for the Yankees, that is. Over there in for Boston, he had a couple guys. They had one guy we won with 2 hits. So it was Billy Goodman had 2, not 3. A couple RBIs for Jimmy Pearsall on that home run, and look at a couple RBIs for the pitcher on his home run. So we're going to go down here a little bit and we'll roll. Got a doubles hit batsman. Home runs, that was Jimmy Pearsall second. That was Tom Brewer's first. Okay. Go down here to fielding. You're going to see Rizzuto made an error. McDougall made an error. And Skowron made an error. No, just Rizzuto. There was one double play. Rizzuto 6-4-3. And over here, Billy Goodman made an error for them, and they had 6-4-3 in double play. Down there, let's see, Larson got the loss. He won 5 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned. And Brewer went the distance, 1.65 for the game. 2 runs, neither earned. All right. Okay, so let's close this up here. We're going to go out here. We're going to check this. First thing we'll check is the standings. You can see the Yankees are 5-5 at this time. They're got to start making the move sooner or later. Because Cleveland's holding on, they're 7-2, and the Brooklyn Dodgers are 7-0 in the NL. I'm gonna have to play them one of these times just to take a break from the Yankees. But there's go. Okay, we'll go check the leaders out. Let's check the leaders in the AL. AL batting. Larry Doby, 474. Interesting. Yogi Berra scored the most runs so far. Mantle's got the most bases. Mickey's hit 6 home runs. He's Jerry Lumpy, their shortstop, leading the league in RBIs with 13. And Mantle's got 13. So they're tied. So where Mantle he's not even close in batting average yet. Yeah, what's happening over there in the National League? Don Blasingame. Interesting there too. Home runs, Ray Jablonski with 5. Runs batted in, Duke Snyder with 10. Some interesting stuff early in the season here. You know, those big average numbers are going to be going down as we go on. So let's see what the schedule looks like for these guys. We can autoplay the next couple ones here, so we'll see what happened. Autoplay the 11-inning game here, 1-0. The Giants beat Philadelphia. Wow. We'll autoplay this one. Brooklyn, will they go 8-0? And Brooklyn got beaten that one by the same Thomas. Okay, so let's go to the next day and see if the Yankees are playing that day. Yeah, they will be playing this day here. Bob Turley and Frank Sullivan. So that's it for today, folks. This is SoCal Saber saying thank you for stopping by. Take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.